If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. When I first stumbled upon this quote from George Orwell, I could not help but see the uncanny resemblance it held with the world of cyberpunk, a crude imagining of a reality where humans are stripped of life. Their corpses carry the faint essence of what was once hope. Through the eyes of David Martinez, we witness the tragedy that resides within Night City, because David is the victim of everything that is wrong with this disgusting wasteland. So why does he choose to stay? Why throw your life fighting for a place like this? And how can you even defeat it? There is no doubt that the thing that sets both the game and show apart from any other universe is the incredible world they were able to craft. Because Night City is a masterclass in both atmosphere and world building. They are fully aware of the importance that these two elements hold, knowing that they may often be the silent killers for many shows, as they play a massive role in our immersion as viewers, and more importantly, adds another layer to each character presented. Edgerunners definitely benefits from the pre-existing world of the game, but the thing that sets it apart is the way it elevates Night City, a feat they were able to achieve through the incredibly built atmosphere. Every street echoes a disgustingly loud whisper, the horrid voices of the filth that resides within it. The blinding neon lights that pierce through the screen, each one instilling this eerie discomfort. The clunks of metal imbued within every background character, slowly stripping each person of their own individuality until they are nothing but a chunk of metal. Just a couple of glances at this city and I was petrified, afraid of thinking that this may one day be the world we live in. But Studio Trigger doesn't just rely on atmosphere in NC's introduction. Night City's debut in Edgerunners hinges on a single gut-wrenching moment. After David experiences the real taste of being in the lower class, he is forced to break the delusion his mom had been living in, waking her up to a reality she had been so desperately denying. Tears streamed down her face, heartbroken to see her own child a victim to this unforgiving system. And just when you think it can get worse, within the blink of an eye, his whole world collapses. Suddenly, his mom's on the floor, broken, surrounded by the soulless medics who turn a blind eye to a dying human. And it doesn't matter how much he struggles, how much he tries to save what's left of his mom, because the truth is, there is no place for people like them in Night City. There is something disturbingly heartbreaking about knowing Gloria could have been saved, but instead these doctors silently stood by as she took down her dying breath. Through a single episode, they had clearly conveyed how the true villain here is none other than the city itself. So why doesn't David run? To understand that question, we need to ask ourselves, what is the true danger of Night City? Is it the hyper-consumerism, corruption, or even its apathetic nature? No, I think it's something much more messed up. After losing everything, David has nothing to fall back on but the Edgerunners. A group he had so luckily gotten mixed up with was his only escape from the weight of everything. Something about these cyberpunks felt liberating. The rush of hurting those at the top, it feeds a part of us primarily coded in our brain. There's some part of us that will always oppose order. This sense of individuality, a deafening voice buried deep inside of us. And it's that exact voice that starts a rebellion. However, for some, this voice may not be as loud. A nuisance that can be easily brushed aside. So, what category do the Edgerunners fall under? They're rebels, right? Well, not exactly. How can a rebel work in service of the same system they are trying to hurt? A rebel is supposed to speak up, to wreak havoc, create chaos. They fight for a reason. But these runners, they keep sprinting as fast as they can to find nothing. They live deluded by their voiceless rebellion. Nothing more than a lie they feed themselves. To sleep sound at night. To forget the past. For David, it is the memory of his mother. For Lucy, it's the friends she lost. And countless other stories. Running is a coping mechanism. They keep on replacing each and every part of their body with more chrome until they become unrecognizable. The more they do it, the closer they are towards that edge. And it is at that exact edge, when it hits, you are not special. You are not any more different than those striving to climb the corporal ladder. In their race to the edge, they lose sight of what they actually wanted. And it is only at death's door where they realize the truth, the fatality of the lie they had blissfully believed. Each Edgerunner suffers a demise worse than the one before, one by one, until we reach Maine. And when it comes to Maine, this truth becomes bright as day, a death that served as a subtle foreshadowing to the fate that will await David. To answer my earlier question, the true danger of Night City is that you can never leave. It has the ability to hurt you so bad that its grip lasts forever. The Edgerunners run because they have no choice. They attempt to fight back in a system rigged against them, yearning for a fighting chance yet forced to wear this leash. Rebels that can never truly rebel. They are forced to watch as their hopes, their dreams slowly vanish, because Night City is the killer of dreams. Which leaves us with one last question. Can humans win in a city like this? Many can interpret the message of cyberpunk and runners as a cynical imagining of the reality that awaits us. That no matter how far you run, how fast you run, you are never going to win. But to me, that wasn't what I felt. The way I see it, Edgerunners conveys its message through David and Lucy, a glimmer of hope in this endless void. Yes, David will eventually die. He will end up replacing every piece of his body with more and more junk, over and over descending into an inevitable madness. But you know what? It's okay, because Lucy can dream. She holds the memory of everything she has lost close to her heart, knowing that she has to honor them, to never take her escape for granted. Doesn't matter what gets in her way, Lucy will keep dreaming. Looking past this dystopia, it's clear that Cyberpunk asked us to dream as early as its second episode. In a complete contrast to the pilot We Step on the Moon, we see the joy that fills David as he gazes upon the scorching sun, the bliss of feeling its heat on your bare skin, soaring through the sky, running away with someone you care about. This high is something we cannot forget. It's a pivotal moment because it's the beating heart of this tale. Episode 2 is the other side of the coin, the same way David is the other side of Lucy's coin. He is yellow, she is purple. Two hues, while polar opposites have the power to complete one another. This design choice is the story silently backing Lucy's belief that they are from two different worlds, but insisting that this is why they work. Because somehow, these two always find a way. Even when it feels impossible, they find a way to converge before the end of their story. As David knocks on death's door, we are giving this bittersweet conclusion. He gazes into her eyes for one final time and lets go, giving her the best parting gift he could ever leave behind, to allow her to see through her dream. David was not special, and Lucy wasn't either, but she was the only one who dared to look outside of Night City. That's the beauty of it. David breaks out of his cyberpsychosis not with meds, but by feeling the comfort of doing the right thing, by accepting love, by accepting hope in a soulless wasteland. Relentlessly, he fights the husks that sit at the top, showing them that they will never silence us. His love for Lucy makes him brave enough to hope, to dream, to rebel. Because rebellion is speaking out against the system, to believe in the value of your own individuality. David rests easy because he chased a dream he believed in, not the dream of another, a dream he shared with someone he loves. That was how David and Lucy showed us that we can beat Night City. After rewatching this show, I have fallen even more in love with everything that makes up this world, from the city to the characters, and more importantly, the message it tries to tell us. This isn't a tragedy, but a request to keep feeling, to chase after what really matters, to never give in to George Orwell's view of the future. Thank you for getting this far into the video. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you wish to support the channel, liking or subscribing really does go a long way. See you soon.